Do you ever wonder why you're always losing shit? Your keys, your meds, your phone, your sunglasses? Yeah, me too. Welcome to ADHD Adultish, where every day is a mystery. Our house is full of unsolved cases, and you are both the lead detective and the prime suspect. I'm Kim Spangler, and today we are going to be diving into those really frequent ADHD mysteries, and we're going to talk about why they happen and how we can maybe, avoid sometimes losing at least a few of our things. This episode is brought to you by my husband's D&D dice, which we spent about a week looking for. We searched every drawer, in every cabinet, in bags, in the couch, which eats everything. And where did we finally find it? Behind a Squishmallow, because, of course, that's where we keep it. That was the inspiration for today's episode. So, let's jump in. So, what's actually going on in our brains? First things first, it is not a personality flaw. It is a perfect storm of inattention, impulsivity, working memory, and object impermanence. So let's break down what those things mean. First, inattention. You go to put down your keys, and your hand is putting the keys down, but your brain is mentally arguing with your spouse over something that they might do later that might piss you off. Or better yet, fantasizing about your, retirement as a hermit on a mountain, living in a log cabin and spending your days reading by a fire and eating cheese. So the point is that you're doing the thing, but your brain is somewhere completely else. You are not present and you are not even aware of it. Anyway, the point is that our brain missed the moment, like when a camera pans away from the action in a movie. There's still stuff going on over here, but we have moved on. We can't see it. Doesn't exist anymore. Impulsivity is when we do things without thinking about them, right? So in this case, when it comes to losing stuff, that means things like, I have my glasses on and I take them off because I use them while I'm on my computer, but I don't use them when I'm not on my computer. So I take them off and I set them down and go do something else. Except I was on my way to do something in the kitchen and I didn't think about the fact that I was still wearing my glasses until I got in there. So I set them on top of the coffee maker because that was the closest thing. And that was just the first thing that I thought of, like, oh, I'll set them there. I'll come back and get them later. Except no, I won't remember that I set them there. I just did it in the moment, thinking I would remember, but I won't remember. Right? Right. That brings us into working memory. So working memory is like RAM in a computer. It is where you hold temporary information that you are using in that, like in a very isolated moment. So it is, just lost mine. Okay, so it is like the tabs on your browser or like a scratch pad. It's your notes that you're keeping for what you're doing right now. And our working memory sucks. My working memory, it really sucks. Some of us may have it worse than others. So you walk into a room and you forget why you went in there, right? You go to the grocery store, you go there for one thing. You wrote that thing down and then you forgot the list in the truck and you're walking into the grocery store. You don't have the list, so you're just telling yourself, I need to get milk. I need to get milk. I need to get milk. You walk in the store and boom, suddenly the milk is gone and walk out of the store with a grocery cart full of things and none of them is milk. That's working memory sucking. Object permanence. This is the thing that we talk about with babies. When, you're playing peekaboo and as soon as you hide yourself, they forget that you exist, right? You're gone. Oh my God, you disappeared. It's like that for people with ADHD too. You say you put something in a drawer or in a tub that's not clear or a basket, stuff like that. Once the things go in, they're gone, disappeared. Bermuda Triangle type of mystery. Okay, so at this point you might be thinking like, okay, great, but is this my actual life? Am I just this much of a disaster of a human being and am I doomed to be that way for the rest of time? Well, no. You need systems and a little bit of tweaking in your habits and your routines to help you find the word that you're looking for, to help you mitigate. That's the word I'm looking for, which means to make it less damaging, so you can mitigate the effects of your brain wiring. So, what are these magical tips? I'm going to just go run through a few of the things that have helped me and that have helped some of my clients. So first of all, I will encourage you to use point of performance organization strategies. What does that mean? That means putting the shit where you're going to use the shit, right? Keeping your keys on a hook next to the door, because where are you going to use them? In your car on the way out, right? I've used this example a lot of times. Leaving your meds next to your coffee pot because you're always going to the coffee pot and you're going to have to get water to put in your coffee pot, right? Anything that you find yourself as in a situation of like, I have to walk across the house every day to get this thing, or walk across the office every day to get this thing. That's maybe a time where we want to look at, is my organization system working, right? Like, what do I need to do here? Like, put the stuff where you're going to use it. Convenience is going to beat aesthetics. Like, not that I'm sure we like it when things look pretty, but we really like it when things are functional. Second tip, visual cues. Clear bins, sticky notes, right on your mirror. Like, make it to where you can see stuff. I don't mean doom piles of stuff just stacked everywhere at all times, because that doesn't help us either. But your storage systems should be easy to visualize. I have seen people who take the cabinet, take the doors off their cabinets so that they can see what's in the cabinets. Leave things in weird places, but on purpose. If you need to remember to take something with you to work tomorrow, put it in your shoes that you're going to wear, because you're not getting the shoes on with the thing in there, right? Leave things in weird places that will get in your way, that will break your autopilot, so that you have no choice but to see it when you need it. Next tip, externalize your brain as much as humanly possible. Reminders, alarms. Never, ever, ever believe your brain when it says, I'll remember this later. Your brain is lying to you. It's lying. It's not going to remember it. It's not. I use, in my phone, I have the Notes app, that comes with just an Android phone. So I have just kind of a running list of stuff that I need to remember, if it's getting stuff from the store, if it's running an errand, so that when I'm out and about and I know I'm supposed to be doing something but I can't remember what it is, I look at my little list and there's my list. So externalize as much as you can. Find what works for you, though. If having it on your phone does not work for you, or having it in a Google Calendar doesn't work for you, maybe you do need a paper planner. I know, there's the thing of oh, we use paper, we never use our planners. But for some people, having actual physical processing is a big deal. So you need to hold the pen and the paper and write the stuff down for your brain to be able to make the connection. So figure out the system that works best for you. Try to make it as frictionless as possible. Whatever you're doing around your house, having things where you can having hooks to hang things on, having bins in places where things collect, having drop zones where your family puts stuff when they come in the door so that it always stays in the same place, like shoes, backpacks. We have a little, I don't know what it's called. Halltree. It's called a halltree. We have a halltree right when you walk in the door where we can hang backpacks up, put coats up, put shoes underneath. I hang my purse up there. Super convenient. Whatever you choose to use, make it a system that you will be able to manage when your brain is fried, when you are having your worst ADHD day. Do not construct a system around your best ADHD day. Make it around your worst ADHD day, so that even when you're having a bad day, you can still keep up with it. All right, your turn. I want to know, what is the weirdest ADHD mystery you have solved in your house? What have you found? What weird thing did you find in a place that it totally should not have been? Drop it in the comments below, or send me a DM on Instagram at ADHD Adultish. You can email me, kim@leveluppmyadhd.com. If this episode made you feel seen, made you laugh, or made you go look under a squishmallow to see if you could find the thing that you've been looking for, then please hit follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And share it with your fellow people who lose everything. See you next week.